so this is where we resume. I'm going to need everyone, except KJ, to enter the waiting room.
Uh-oh.
Oh, boy.
Interesting.
Alright, just the two of us.
Okay.
Let's, yeah. So, as you're resting, the world around you shifts to a vacant void. The air around you feels humid as if you're almost swimming in it, but you're perfectly dry. It's not uncomfortable. It's almost comforting. You see endless clouds as if a nebula, but with no stars. And you hear a voice. The Sentinel's constant solidifies its presence in this reality. Somehow both strengthened and more distant. Seems you truly are the one to wield it. Curious. You say anything?
I didn't think it'd be me.
No one ever does. Your goals, your visions, you interest me. You need not answer, although the young wolf seemed to give his opinion, so hear me. The White Devil. In his crystal tower, weaver of golden threads. Do you trust him? Do you trust his tale of a perpetual cycle of calamity and peace? Do you believe that he isn't just using you? You see, truth is a funny thing, as is faith and trust. I'm interested.
That's not an easy answer. There are parts of me that trust him and parts of me that don't. I believe that his goal aligns with mine. But I don't want to perpetuate this cycle.
Your spark burns bright, Sentinel. Careful not to burn out too fast. Be seeing you.
Before...
As the world around you fades. You wake up in the early hours of the morning. If you could please enter the waiting room and send Amble in.
Sure. Hey, Kip. You're
Hi.
up.
No.
Oh, we're taking turns. Oh, baby.
Shit. All right. Didn't I go?
Good luck.
Hello.
Hi.
Alright, so, as you bed down for the night and enter your rest, you feel the world around you shift into a gray landscape of just endless clouds like a nebula with no stars. The air around you, thick, humid, but it's not uncomfortable. It's a strange sensation. And you hear a voice. The Bane of the Gods, wielding the eye of a star. It burns bright, like it did before. It's remembering its heat from when it shot down Tiamat a time ago.
Zazel, is this you?
No, but it's funny that you brought him up. Your family has always been as much servants as they were leaders. Your point of view is one that interests me. The White Devil. You're quick to hear his tales. I'm just curious. Do you trust him? Do you believe him?
That's like asking if I believe any of this.
Fair point. Nothing else to add. Such a simple answer.
I have no reason to doubt him. He hasn't done any wrong to us.
That you know of. Well, I would love to speak further, but I really must be going. Rest well, as this place fades to nothing, and you wake up in the early hours of the morning. If you could please go into the waiting room and get everyone in here.
Hey, Tal, what the fuck? I'll be back.
Okay.
Alright. We're ready. Let's go.
All of us?
Oh, all of us?
Everyone?
Everyone.
No? I'm
Okay.
surprised. Oh, I don't, yeah.
Welcome back, everyone.
Hail and Wilmette.
Thank you.
You all wake up in the early hours of the morning.
Real quick, before we do.
Yep.
We were going to meet with the human.
Oh, right. I forgot about that. Okay, we were rewinding in time. One day.
The VCR sounds.
All right. Sorry.
Post-production Tao had a VCR sound.
God damn it.
Record scratch.
No, don't. I'm not doing that one. Fuck you. To go back in time a day before those question mark things happened.
What were those?
You all make your way to the council halls to meet with Laura.
Okay. We walk to the council halls to meet with Laura.
Entering in, you see the gentleman behind the desk. Laura's waiting for you up those stairs. It'll be the room with the plaque with their name on it. It's her office.
Wonderful.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
You basically
And up we go.
have a guard escort you over. And entering in, you see a human lady. In her later years, not as old as Joan. I'd say maybe like five years younger than Joan.
Mm-hmm.
And they just look up towards you all as you enter. Hello. And
Hello.
you are the Blades of Fate. Pleasure to
Correct.
meet with you all.
Likewise.
Pleasure.
So, what is this about? Is this about acquisition?
Yes, if that is at all possible. There is a stronghold that we have heard tale of between New Haven and Solendist,
Right.
nearby the Burning Heights, I believe.
I'm familiar with it, yes.
We would like to acquire that.
It's currently in a state of disarray. It got roughed up by the Drow armies passing through. I can sell you the lot. You will need to... I suppose I can... So, it's quite damaged. It would need repairs. It would take a week or two. Maybe 3, depending on how many people we would hire. No one currently owns it because, unfortunately, the previous owners died in the events of Tyrant's Fall. But if you were looking to purchase the plot, and have it fully repaired, you're looking at the range of 4,250, maybe 4,000 on the low end. Sorry, 40,000.
I was about to say,
That,
wow,
that
that's
was
a
Tao.
steal.
was about
That
to
was
say
Tao fucking up.
4,000.
40,000.
4,000 sold!
42,250.
Let me just look at the party inventory here.
Yeah, I was about to say.
We can afford that. 42,000.
Again,
You
if,
said
if you're
Go
not
ahead.
looking to rush the repair, we could probably cut that down to 40.
What types of buildings are present there?
Oh, let's take a look. Pulls up seemingly a small document. Let me just pull up a thing real quick. Well, there's the town hall, which is where people like yourselves would be able to host gatherings or important meetings amongst your subordinates. There's one building here, could be purposed for just about anything. I think the previous tenants had it as a general store. This one, pretty clearly Tavern Inn, has a pretty nice sized basement as well. This one's a bit more fortified. Pretty sure that was used as a precinct for the security detail. There's a tower here. Another building here. Pretty sizable. Lots of room. Room for a couple extra smaller homes if you just wanted to, have some side buildings, but in terms of what we would be looking with the 40,000, essentially the town hall, the store, the tavern, the precinct, the tower, and this larger storage facility. I'm not sure. It doesn't really list what they're using it for. It'd be those. That would be at your disposal.
Wonderful.
That's a lot.
I think that would be a reasonable acquisition. Let me talk with the rest of our group here. And
They lean in. Again, this is... I mean, I would charge you more if you weren't the fucking ones that killed Sinrid, so... This is about
I
as
kinda
good
figured
as
as
a
much,
deal
so-
you're gonna get.
Yeah.
I kind of figured as much.
Kind of put
I
two and two
appreciate it.
together there. I mean, I'm game.
As am I.
I mean, that's gonna be about our whole reserves there, ain't it?
Just shy of that, yes.
I mean, gotta spend money to make money, right?
That's the right way of
Something
thinking.
like that. Fuck it, why not? I'm in.
Are you aiming for the expedited repair, or are you looking to save some coin?
What's the time frame between the two?
40,000, 3 weeks, maybe a month. 42,000, 2 weeks, maybe 3 weeks.
Sooner
I
the
think-
better, I kind of think.
I'm kind of in
I
the same
agree.
thinking.
Well, alright. I don't suppose you have all of that money on you. It's probably partly stashed on your airship, unless... that's 3 bags. Okay, you could have it all on you. Do you have it all on you?
Pulls out a massive pile of platinum from his bag of holding.
They just
And then
lean back
another
in the
massive
chair
thing
and
of
run their
gold.
hand through their hair. All right. I'll take your word that this is the correct amount. I'll count through it. This is gonna take me a while. Do me a favor. Hold on. They lean down and start filling out some paperwork. Essentially, I will take care of getting some people to fix up the place. Get that started for you. And writing out another piece of paper and writing an identical copy. They hand you, here's a bill of sale, proof of ownership, and I'll keep this one just to confirm.
Wonderful.
And we'll put the bill of sale with her notes and inscribe it secondarily.
Fair enough. Okay. I'll send word to Solendist and New Haven. They will have Some people starting construction, transfer of materials needed, and check there in 2, maybe 3 weeks. Should be done for you. I'll get
Wonderful.
counting. Oh god. When you pass down the main stairs, the assistant near the front, could you ask them to send in about 10 guards?
Sure thing.
Sure.
Thank you. I'm gonna get all of this counted as fast as possible because I wasn't expecting to count it this late. I was gonna get it done fast. Thank you.
And thank you.
And we time warp back to the next day.
Whoop, 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 whoop.
You all wake up in the early hours of the morning.
Oh, God
Man, I feel like we
damn
just had a time skip. Wow.
Man, I just feel like we spent a lot of gold just now.
it.
That was yesterday.
Where
Get a
did my
ride.
gold go?
Ben just wakes up agitated. Fucking
Yeah.
dreams.
Oh, you had a fun dream. Okay.
Wait, you two?
Oh, God.
Imp?
Huh?
Dreams?
I don't dream.
Okay, this is a little weird.
Okay. I assume we're in the fucking dining room.
Mm-hmm.
No, we're all in Amble's room.
Yeah, we all piled in.
Oh my god! Hold on, let me get a couple chairs.
It's a little cramped in here.
A little bit, yeah.
Amble, what the hell did you dream about?
You remember kind of those dreams that we had before where it wasn't really much of anything, but some kind of voice calling out?
Yeah, they were the ones that basically guided us at the start of all this back in Solundist.
Yeah, I thought it was Zazel, but apparently he just kind of laughed it off, whatever it was.
Really? Well, I
Yeah.
tried to ask at the very last moment and basically got shut out.
Oh, you talked to that dude. I don't know who he is, but yeah.
Did he ask you about Zazel Sanders?
He talked about something, said something about not trusting Zazel. I more or less ignored it because he was being a dick.
I mean... Okay, I'm guessing same to you, Amble?
Yeah, more or less. He find it funny that I mentioned his name right off the bat because that's who I thought it was going to be, but apparently it's not.
Fuck me. Now we have this invading all of our dreams simultaneously. It's like when Azrath was fucking with our minds.
Don't remind me on that.
Yeah, don't remind me either.
You're the one that's... Okay. Anyway, speaking of our purple friend, when is our next tea time with him?
Purple friend.
Purple friend?
Purple. Sorry, why am I thinking that? When is the next... When is our tea time with Zazel?
Whenever we want.
Yeah, at this point in time, today would be the day that the gate becomes ready to use again, and is also just happens to be the day that the construction will be finished.
Wondrous.
In about afternoon, like at noon essentially, the war room will be done.
Wonderful.
Slick.
I'm gonna message Aramis
Okay.
You
and let
cast
him know that we're gonna
something.
go. I'm gonna go let him know that we're gonna see his god, and that he's coming. If that's all right by you, Imp.
Yeah.
What do you say? Like exactly.
Hi. Wait, let me just ask first. As far as sending, does he know that it's me sending it?
He would recognize your voice.
Okay.
Actually, does he know you? Have you met Aaron?
I have
You've
met
met
Aramis,
Aramis,
remember?
yeah.
We fought.
Yeah, okay.
We sparred a little.
Yeah, brain doing weird. He would recognize your voice.
Okay. Hey. We're going to go meet your god. You're coming with. Get ready. We'll be there in a bit.
You don't get a verbal response. It seems like you get more of a almost like just a feeling of emotion, as if he's deep in meditation. And you don't get any sort of confirmation. You just have this general feeling of intense focus.
Okay. I think he's meditating.
That makes sense.
We'll get a response, maybe. Maybe not. We'll go pick him up anyway.
I was about to say, I don't think that's gonna stop us regardless, right?
Yeah, no.
Alright. Fair enough.
Well, we'll let these dudes finish, and then we'll make a way down over there. To, I'm gonna look at the map.
Waterkeep?
So it's a yep, that place.
Fair.
I
It's,
played so much of the fucking Forgotten Realms that Waterdeep is ingrained into my fucking brain. All right, y'all.
Yep.
That's fair. That's going to be a day and some change.
Yep. For the sake of things, yeah, they finish up no problem. The gnomes thank y'all for not interrupting their work over the past few days, and basically just enter into the council halls again. Gwen just kind of leans over. Well, that was a lot of fucking work, but I mean, hey, check it out.
Check it out.
And you see entering in, there are. It's pretty well hidden in with the woodwork, but it's visible if you have a keen eye that all around the room now, in key spots, is this triangulation of runes, essentially, that basically has covered most entirely of the war room in a way that every section of the war room is safe from scrying.
Damn, that's pretty
Wonderful.
slick.
So if I want to talk about anything, this is the place to do it. Big time.
Wait.
Finally.
Time to test it. Hey, Flint, you're a fucking bitch!
Nothing happens.
I think
All right,
you're good.
cool.
I
Apple.
didn't even need to
cool.
roll a d100
Wonderful.
Nice.
because he can't see you right now.
God, that's a nice peace of mind.
Wonderful. Well, that means planning is actually going to be functional.
And feasible for the first time.
Yeah, we-
Well,
Correct
since
me
we're
if I'm
kinda
wrong.
here-
Just real quick, just to get this moving. I heard you mention wanting to go to Waterkeep.
Hey, you got it.
That'd be it.
I'll get us going. Anything else? Any business here in Everstone?
Sanus, should I try to go ask, Calder about, our little plans?
I would. Especially
Alright.
since we now have a place to, well, guard.
Yeah. So, does anyone want to come with me, or am I gonna run solo?
Just go get him.
Yeah,
I'll
we
come
can-
along.
Okay. We'll start getting things bundled up here.
I'll get everything ready. So, you two head off while everyone else gets the ship ready for takeoff.
Yep.
Entering into the infirmary, you head to that back private room, and you see he's having lunch.
Damn, lunchtime already. Shouldn't have.
I mean, hey, it's noon. How's it going?
Going good. Hey, we're about ready to head out of town, but,
So soon.
who's... Yeah, a little soon. Who's with me? By question.
I think it was Sanus.
Just Senus.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's just you and him.
But me and Sanus here, we had plans, operations possibly coming up, and he's kind of taken a likeness to you, and we've kind of gone back a little ways, and you might be the perfect candidate for what we're trying to look for.
What are you trying to look for?
We're looking for, well, I'm looking for help.
With
And we're going to be starting a new settlement, essentially.
you're fucking pulling my leg. First an airship, and now goddamn stronghold.
Admittedly, there's not much there to pull right now. Maybe in a few weeks.
He's got you
I
there.
have two of them, motherfucker.
You know what? Fair.
But no, I mean, I know you're kind of busy with lunch here, I guess.
I am not busy with lunch here.
But if you want a change of scenery, you know, you're more than welcome.
You know, I've never flown on an airship.
There's a first for everything.
Alright. Sets his tray down on the side. Slowly leans his way out of bed and grabs onto the crutch. I'm gonna need help getting on the ship.
Yeah, don't worry.
I'll go talk with the personnel here and let them know that you're checking out. Send us the bill, so to speak.
Don't worry, I got it. He leans
Oh.
out. I am fucking leaving. You need to know where I am. Your group's name's the Blades of Fate, right?
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm with them now.
Don't worry, we got him.
Amble, I can't really carry that. And he points to his 2 hammers.
I got it. Don't worry.
Thanks, man. And he walks slowly towards the airship. To note, in combat, his movement speed is currently 10. So,
Understandable.
That's fine.
so he's making his way towards the airship with you both.
Is he, in fact, making his way downtown?
No, actually, he's not heading down.
He's making his way uptown.
He's not walking fast.
No. He's not walking fast, I know that much.
He's actually going away from home, so.
The song does not fit well.
Nope.
Probably for the better, honestly.
Yeah, before long, you get him situated in one of the guest bedrooms.
And probably when we're walking, we're probably keeping him up to date of like what kind of operations we're going to try to plan on doing out of this stronghold and everything. So it's not like a complete surprise to him.
Alright, well, I'm gonna have to, when I can actually maneuver, points to you, Sanus, I'm gonna have to, like, spar with you a bit just to get a read on what the fuck's going on here.
Sounds like a plan.
Because if you're gonna make more of that, I'm gonna need to know more about that.
Oh, certainly. I plan on teaching. You're
Yeah.
free to learn anything you'd like.
Oh, I'm not gonna be able to learn it. I mean, I'm gonna be real with you here, Chief. They say you can't teach an old dog new tricks, and I know that's untrue, but it's true for me. So.
Oh no, that's fine. I more meant in the theoretical. You don't have to learn how to do it.
Get situated on the ship. Alright. That being said, anything else to do in Everstone, or are you making your way to Waterkeep?
Think Waterkeep it is?
Alright.
Oh wait, I've thought of something, but I don't know if we want to invoke this. I don't know if we want to do this right now.
What are you talking about?
We need an innkeep.
Oh god. Oh god. Okay.
Well,
Where do you go?
I think you know.
the one
Say
place
it.
that we know.
Oh, it just has a preponderance of B's in its name. I can't. It's on the tip of my
You
tongue.
wouldn't dare say that you're going to Bart's Butchers, Beats, Bakes, and Beers, would you?
Oh, I might.
You mean the Bart's Butcher, Beats, Bakes, and Beers run by Bartholomew Andrero Kirosandras III?
The
The
one
same
and
one.
only.
I'm taking psychic
make your way
damage.
there. You're now outside of Bart's Butchers, Beats, Bakes, and Beers.
I'm just gonna go ahead and speak into the far speech and be like, "Hey guys, we're doing this.
What are we doing?
Oh, I'm there.
You
with
remember Bart? You remember
Oh,
Bart?
fuck. Sanus, you better not.
We're
We mute the. We're gonna go ahead and mute the Ring of Far speech. I'm gonna go ahead and put him on mute.
Alright. You enter in.
Bart, how are
Hello,
you?
friends! It has been so long. Your stories,
It
they were so
has.
crazy.
Truly, it has.
I thought you were
We
fucking with
have-
me, but you are not! You actually fought that fucking dragon, that is impressive.
Oh, yes. We have a proposition for you.
I am a big fan of this proposition that people often give to me.
Well, let's hope you're a big fan of this one. We're going to start up a stronghold, and it has an inn and a tavern.
Oh, that is very
need-
fun.
We need someone to help run this inn and tavern.
That is interesting proposition. It has been some time since I have changed my location. Been here for about 40 years. It's gotten a bit stale.
Yeah, get a little bit new customer.
He slams his hand on the table and points towards you. Is the grounds there good for making beats?
It is not on the Burning Heights, but close by it. You should be able to get plenty of farming. Maybe not a huge amount, but more than enough to get beats.
That is enough for me.
Wonderful.
That's
Here's a map of where it is.
He looks at the map. I will be there. How long until it is ready?
About 2 to 3 weeks.
I will be there in about 2 to 3 weeks.
Wonderful. Glad to have you on board.
It is good location. High traffic location.
Exactly.
Not
We'll
many
have
people
plenty of
come this
business.
high in Everstone. It is gotten boring seeing the hoity-toity types. You know, the rich people. You know how it is.
Oh, I know how it is.
Except that devour gentleman, I like him.
Oh, he's wonderful. Well, hopefully we'll be seeing more of him and plenty others.
He just nods.
I think that concludes our business here.
We'll see you soon.
You all take off for not Everstone, Waterkeep.
Waterkeep
It takes
unmutes
you...
unmutes the Ring of Far speech. Hears him probably yelling into it.
I mean, like, honestly, that's so much energy. I don't know if I could deal with that all the time. Like, Vin, what are your thoughts on that?
He's on board.
Ah,
He's on
fuck.
board.
Well, we're fucked.
Yeah, a little bit.
It's fine. It's
Fine.
fine. He's happy about it.
Now, Mias, at least you don't gotta cook anymore.
You hear meows on the mic because they still have the ring. I mean, honestly, I just see that as an absolute win.
It is. See?
You know what?
Yes,
Fine,
understands.
why not? Let's go with it.
You all have a day of downtime as you make your way to Waterkeep.
Oh
Oh,
boy.
God. I'm so glad that cursed idea that I had came to fruition.
So
I
we have
mean, it
four-
only makes sense.
There's 4 allies on the ship now, so there's 8 of us on the ship?
You have Gwen, you have Mios, you have Jace, and you have Krildor.
Yep.
Sick crew.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
One of them is currently heavily injured.
Yep.
I'm just gonna go ahead and make another enlightenment for the funsies.
Go ahead, roll.
Oh yeah. Hey, Mios.
Ooh,
Oh.
You can add Enlightenment Plus
Oh shit.
Nice.
to your inventory.
Wunderbar.
You were saying, Shad? Not Shad, KJ?
Mios.
Yeah?
Would we by chance be able to borrow your healing powers, please?
For what?
Cool new Dragonborn's leg.
Yeah. My friend.
Oh, we have a passenger. I didn't see him. And exits
Yeah.
her room. What's
Oh
going on?
yeah.
I have a friend that we picked up in Everstone, Crolder. He kind of got a little injured with the whole Sinrid Tyrant's Fall thing, and we're wondering if we
Alright.
can kind of help him out a little bit.
Well, I suppose. Let me take a look.
All right.
Nice to meet you. Name is Mios. Grilder. Good to meet you. She just takes a look at the leg. I mean, it's set correctly. She just holds her hands over it, essentially. I mean, I could give it a little bit of juice, but to fully repair the leg, that would take something beyond my current scope.
Gotcha.
I mean, if you can give a little, we're not asking much.
Well, I mean, does it currently hurt? Not really. Well, there's not really much I can do.
It's
fair
already a
enough.
natural healing progression. We gotcha.
For what happened here, he's lucky he's going to be able to walk again on it. Even with magical heal. Again, this leg got so fucked up, it is beyond my scope of just low-level healing.
Well, shit. I'm glad you're able to still gonna be able to use it after everything. Yeesh.
I mean, there's a spell called Regenerate. I can't quite cast that yet, but that would be the caliber of what would be needed to get this up and running at max capacity again, and I don't really have that. Almost certainly not. That kind of magic is incredibly rare.
Fair enough. Wishful thinking, but we'll be there soon anyway. But thanks for doing a checkup anyway.
I mean, medicine comes naturally to me, I suppose.
Plus, it'd probably be better than not having a stranger to you on the ship anyway.
I mean, yeah, it's good to... I'd hate to just, like, walk past this room with the door open and freak the fuck out. It's, hey, there's a big fucking Dragonborn just sitting there. I mean, hey, I'd rather know his name.
Ta-da.
Just like that. Thanks for the introduction. Hope the leg heals. If it starts hurting, let me know. I can help with that. Right. Thank you.
We make haste.
As Mias walks out of the room, Krulder just turns to you, Ball. Never seen a mage like that before.
Neither
Yeah,
had we.
Mias is very special.
In case it wasn't obvious, brother-sister situation
Yeah, I made
between her and
the
him.
connection. Yeah, same
Not
same
a hard
hair.
connection to make.
Not at all,
Yeah.
no.
Nah. Nah. Anyways, yeah, that's cool. By the way, I don't know if you met the pilot. His name's Gwen, and we have, You ever heard of the Gith Yankee people?
No. At this point, Gwen and Jace both lean in. You hear Jace. Hello, Gwen. Hey.
That's Jace. That's Gwen. Jace is the Gith. Comes from the Astral Sea.
I don't know what
Gwen is
that
our-
means, but alright.
All
Not
right.
on this plane of existence.
Yeah.
Gotcha. I guess I know what that means.
a place very far away from here. Let's just say that.
It's like it's not
Gotcha.
even in the same dimension or something.
I don't know what that means. I'm not a... Look. My arcana is 0.
Dude, totally fair. We're surrounded by this shit all the time, so it's just become natural cause for us.
Right. Well,
Anyway,
thanks,
these
thanks
dudes
for
are
the
cool.
introduction. Oh, actually, I was wrong. He has a -1.
Oof.
Okay, well, jokes aside, I think we make it to Waterkeep.
You make it to Waterkeep without much problem. I'm assuming you're just looking for Aramis right away.
I'm sending a sending immediately. Be like,
Once,
hey,
once again,
Aramis.
same meditative state.
Damn. He's meditating still, I think.
And I'm assuming you're just heading right to the halls to check for him.
Let's find that boy.
You enter in and ask the halfling at the front desk. Aramis actually took some leave a couple of weeks ago. He said he's going on vacation in Irithyll.
Oh.
Oh.
Oh, an Irithyll.
Like that fucking convenient.
Huh. A little ironic, yeah.
Well, Irithyll
Cool.
is an important place for the followers of the Fate Weaver.
Oh, we're
That
Yes.
would make sense.
yes, absolutely. Cool. Well, thank you for the info. We're gonna make our way that way.
Actually,
Alrighty.
Tao, could I determine whether or not this person's, like, if they're actually telling the truth or if they're trying to, like, you know, vacation?
Roll an insight
Yeah.
check.
His vacation code for he's on a mission. I have no fucking clue. He's on vacation.
Yeah, he's on
Nice.
vacation, man.
Alright, well, Irithyll it is, I suppose.
How long is this travel? Let's see.
160 miles.
Before the sun
Yeah.
sets, you make your way to Irithyll.
Cool. Easiest stop off in Waterkeep ever.
Yeah. And the sun's beginning to set. It's getting to evening. But you find that same spot that you landed last time, and I'm assuming you make your way to the wall.
We're
Oh.
pulling Gwyn along this time.
Well, I was going to say, before we make our way to the wall, should we try and find Aramis?
Yeah,
In
we should give a
Irithyll?
look. Yeah, we should go give it a look for him.
Fair.
Unless he's at the wall.
Shrug.
He might be at the
You
wall.
might be at the wall.
Let's go to the wall.
Are
He's
we
probably
dra-
meditating at the fucking wall.
Are we dragging the entourage with us?
You see,
think it's
you see
already
Gwyn. Again, I don't really like being around people that powerful.
Fair.
That's
And
fair.
Plus, I think from what we were told, it's limited magic allowing for travel.
I've kind of had bad experiences with entities that had a significant amount of power in the past, and I rather just chill with the normal folk.
Understandable. Have a good day.
You have chosen a poor party to chill with if you think we are normal.
It's more normal than fucking God. Alright?
I mean, you know what? Fair.
Yeah,
Thank
very
you.
fair.
He's got you there. All right, you four hold down the fort. We'll be back eventually.
Alright.
Soon-ish, I think.
Let's go
Enjoy
see
your
if we
chat.
can't- Let's go see if we can't find Aramis.
Where are you going?
To the wall.
To the wall. Okay.
To the window.
Knowing where it is, it's pretty easy to find. You make your way to it. I think it was about a 10 or 15 minute walk. And
Something along those lines.
as suspected, you see a figure sitting out in front of the doorway with their legs crossed. Familiar attire.
I'm gonna nudge Imp. Hey, go spook him.
I fucking just elbow amble real fucking hard.
Make an attack roll.
Oh my god.
Sure. Would I get sneak attack on this?
Just roll. Just roll strength.
Okay, well.
No.
What's your proficiency? +4. So that
yeah.
is
19 to hit.
yeah. Does 19 hit?
Shield? No, I won't. Shield. Yeah, that hits.
You take odd points of bludgeoning damage as you get elbowed in the ribs.
Ow. Fucker.
Fucker? Alright, well. I mean, I'd hate to bug him.
Oh, I'm gonna bug him.
God damn it.
You
Is
should
it
bug him
Aramis?
before I bug him.
As you can pretty much tell that it's Aramis. It's Aramis's clothes. He has his hood up as he normally does.
Gotcha.
Yeah. It's either you bug him or I bug him, and you know how I'll probably bug him.
One thing you note, as he's sitting outside of the door, as the text has reverted back to its shifting state, every so often you see an occasional word that's illuminated.
What is the
Is
word?
it like this?
It's not any like it's garbled, but you see parts of, like, every so often part of the door is actually illuminated before it fades and changes to a different spot of the wall.
Alright, fine. I'm gonna walk forward up behind Aramis, and
As soon as you get within 30 feet, you just see the posture perk up a bit.
damn,
He just turns back.
well, you're on point.
I could feel you walking.
So you did. Kind of surprised to see you here.
Yeah. Well, felt drawn, so to speak.
Well, about that, I kind of just turned back to the party.
We're on approach.
Hey, you want to go meet God?
So blunt.
It was you that cast that scent. I didn't dream that. I wasn't
Nope.
hallucinating. Okay.
No.
How long have you been meditating, Aramis?
A few weeks.
Phew,
Whoa.
jeez.
That's impressive.
Very.
Well, we're not kidding. You're in the spot.
I figured. Haven't been. This isn't the first time I've been here. At this door.
Well, you ever been through it?
He holds up his hand, and you see now the bracers that you've always seen him wear. And as he holds it up, that single word every so often that has been changing places burns a bit brighter. I've never had the full key, so to speak.
Well, guess what? And she pulls out the Aether Violet. I do.
Well, more like we do.
Hold up the other violet. More of the letters start to illuminate. Not all of them.
You know the drill, y'all.
Yep, pulls out weapons.
Yep, pull them out.
In the non-dispelled state, once all of the weapons have been drawn, you see the words solidify into the same familiar text that you read the first time. As the door cracks open and opens up into that familiar hallway once again. And Irma's just lets it a long sigh. Wow.
Im's kind of just like,
Ready to go see some wild shit?
I was gonna say, Im's kind of just shifting from one to the other, like, just internally being like, oh god, I'm sorry.
Sandus kind of slaps him on the back in the jovial manner and just like, alright, well,
Well,
let's go.
Can't keep a god waiting.
Well, no, we really could, but
Rather not.
You'll talk about this so casually.
yeah, shit.
Aramis,
we
if
have
could
seen
be-
some fucked up shit.
Yeah, to be totally
You
honest
think I
with
haven't,
you.
motherfuckers? I got tortured by Sahagin. Let's fucking go. He walks in.
I mean, fair. You know what? Fair enough.
This is why you're one of our best friends, Aramis.
And this is why you're coming along.
Let's go meet a Fate Weaver.
The Fate Weaver.
All
I
right,
was about to
touche.
say, I don't think there's any others.
We proceed.
Entering down that long hallway once again, the very familiar sound of the door closing behind you, echoing throughout as it goes into pitch blackness. You see Aramis pulls up a not too dissimilar set of goggles and proceeds forward. You enter into that chamber where you fought the Guardian once before. You see it apparate and look down towards you all, and just raise its posture and step to the side.
Then we'll give it a nod.
Essentially giving you a half bow as you all pass by
That's a nice change of pace.
the all too familiar inscription on the wall with that crystalline tower.
Then ain't missing a beat. In goes the Aether Violet.
Once again, the energy flows through far quicker than the last time, as if the blade has been more solidified in this world and others. As a door opens.
Round 2, y'all.
All right.
Entering in, once again, the massive spire sending prismatic rays of light in every direction into the waters around you. The doors are ajar, almost as if he's expecting visitors. Gauging the scenery, the once serene ocean. Veneria, you see a familiar visage of a storm on the horizon. one that you saw from your dreams. Although not on rapid approach. Still far away.
That's new yet familiar.
Didn't technically I see a storm approaching as well, just not in this scene?
Not in this sense. Your premonition was more of the Frostborn's arrival.
Okay.
More of a metaphorical storm.
Right.
I'm gonna be real with you four. The deja vu's getting old.
You see Aramis is kind of just, eyes are just wide, darting around, just unable to process almost.
How are you holding up, Aramis?
He doesn't respond.
Ben is going to put a hand on his shoulder and be like, hey,
Hey, let him process it. It's a fucking lot.
I know. Just don't
He
freak out.
starts walking.
Well, I guess he has processed it.
Yeah, no joke.
Let's go.
And we follow suit.
Before long, you make your way to the doors, and much similar to last time, a little bit different. You see Zazel in the center of the tower. This time, seemingly up above, along with the threads, tending to them. He looks down. It's a pleasure to see you all again. And, for the first time, Aramis.
Zazel.
It's great to meet you. As he descends
Likewise.
and lands in front of you all.
We couldn't miss tea time.
I appreciate it. And he gestures. You didn't see it before, but now there is a table set up with a nice banquet. Have yourself seated. I think I'd like a few words with Aramis here.
Certainly.
Thank you for your hospitality again.
Of course. You all have yourself seated at the table, and when you look back towards, you see Zazel and Aramis are both gone, seemingly having their own conversation.
Man.
Well,
What
now.
they're talking about.
Well, I suppose it's not every day you meet the literal deity you worship.
I guess not. That's... I wouldn't know how to process that myself, I don't think.
I mean, you kinda... Well, I mean, you weren't actively worshipping the Fate Weaver, but I remember the first time we all came here, we were pretty shell-shocked
I mean,
ourselves.
seeing a god in general is pretty fucking crazy, but like... Aramis fucking literally worships the dude, I mean...
Nah.
It's gonna hit a bit
Alright.
different.
It's different from just seeing a god
Seeing your god.
to
I mean, I know we're taking an opportunity to talk with Zazel here, but like, I mean, what do y'all have questions for him? I'm assuming that need answering, that you want to ask him.
Yeah.
well, I just wanted to have some tea.
Yeah, I'm kind of there too. Not every day you get to have tea with a god.
Not to mention, he seemed a little bit lonely last time.
Yeah, cheer him up a little bit.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
Yeah, we could always ask questions too, though, I mean, it seems as though Zazel doesn't know everything, so there's only so much that he'll be able to tell us as well.
Doesn't have to ask, regardless. So
Oh yeah.
I mean, what's on your mind, Dim?
I mean, a lot of what's on everyone's mind, really. Right now, I'm mainly concerned about this Flint guy. Just because he knows so much about us. Concerned about Avar, I'm concerned about, well, Aramis. And that's on top of, all the other shit we're dealing with. War going on in Sivon, apparently. Calamity's right around the fucking corner. Czar. And everything involving him.
Yeah, he seems to be the the biggest thorn in all of this.
None
offense.
taken, and God, I'm just still wondering how the fuck do you go from just being a normal dude who's grew up in fucking slums to being a champion of Tharizdun? What the fuck?
Literally, Tharizdun.
Yeah.
I don't think he had a choice, just like Arava did.
I'm starting to believe that.
Maybe
soon.
I'll ask Zazel about that, if he has any inclination as to what the fuck that's about.
Well, we didn't ask last time. Maybe you can actually tell us about Tharizdun.
Sure.
Could be.
After about 10 minutes, maybe 15, Aramis and Zazel reappear and they step towards the table.
Tao, I would say in that 10 or 15 minutes, if I remember correctly, there's birds flying around in his tower.
Occasionally. It's
Can I?
It's hard to actually... It's weird. Almost out of the corner of your eye you see ravens, but it's hard to actually find one. They're there.
I was
Kinda.
gonna say, can I try to gesture out? I don't know, I guess there's biscuits or something that we can just eat, and I'm just kind of trying to lure one in.
Roll animal handling at advantage.
Ooh. Advantage. Ooh, 8.
Oh no.
You put up your hand, and for a moment you look down towards the group, kind of questioning, and in that moment you feel a presence swoop by your hand, and the biscuit's gone. You see nothing.
Well, at least I gave him something.
Make a perception check.
I could do something better with that.
Or not.
Maybe not.
Man.
Perfect.
That's rule
Tempting
one.
fate
That's
in the
your
Fate
one.
Weaver's
Hubris.
den, dude.
Foolish boy. God,
that's
That's
beautiful.
poetic right there.
that is poetry.
That's so good. Wow.
But yeah, 10
That's
minutes
a chef
pass.
kiss right there. Mwah.
Ah,
Aramis and Zazel return. Figured best not to keep you waiting. I can have a further discussion with him when you are all ready to leave. Yeah,
well.
yeah, this is just a lot.
Yeah, but
Yeah. I mean, admittedly, I didn't explain myself super well when I sent that first sending.
Yeah,
you
fuck
never
you.
do. You never ever do. Ever. Actually ever. You shit. You incredible shit. I'm gonna say this in the presence of him. You are such a shit, Sanus.
I mean,
What?
But I like you.
I'm straightforward.
it's one of his strongest qualities. If we're
It's
going to
one
be
of his
honest.
most annoying qualities.
And useful at the same time. It's funny how that works.
useful. I hate it. I hate that that's the fact.
Zazel takes a seat at the table. Aramis does as well. So,
How have you been, Zazel?
thank you for asking. I've been alright. Concern is
Wish-
growing. I'm sure you have seen why.
We've
I
been
can-
a part of why.
Can only assume why.
I saw what happened through your eyes when you're in the Onyx Woods, and well, I knew Flint. I've seen him for a while before he shielded himself from everyone's view, and I didn't expect it to go that far.
Well, I somehow think no one expected that.
He claims to know more about us than you do.
I find that hard to believe.
I do too, but it doesn't make it any better.
certainly is hell ain't a comfort.
Either way, you nearly bested him, and, well, You've only grown stronger for it. You'll have more time to prepare next time. You know what you're up against, I'm sure. It's nothing you can't overcome.
I'm just hoping we overcome it before it bites us in the ass.
Fair enough.
There's already so much going on. This is just more on top.
Also, for the sake of it, everyone please roll perception.
Cool.
24.
Nice. 12.
Alright.
Sanus is like
15.
digging into some kind of food in front of him.
Yeah. Ilman, you're the only one that notices. For a moment, every now and then at the table, whenever you see Aramis blink, there's the faint trace of a sigil in his eyes that almost appears like an hourglass. And only for a moment. And then as he blinks, it goes away. Every now and then you just see that bit of flicker in his eyes.
I'm gonna kind of look at him and squint a little bit and glance over to Zazel. I won't pry. I'm presuming y'all's little talk led to something.
Well, Aramis has been a follower of mine for some time.
Hmm.
I have my boons to give.
Fair enough. Well, I don't know what y'all want to talk to, Mr. Fateweaver here about, but, I know my big concern right now is that, we know that, Zah's champion of Tharizdun, and, yeah, I just am fucking baffled at how something like that could happen. Like, is that something that you just willingly sign up for, or is he out of control, or I know it's like it's the other Tsar that's kind of like controlling his body. Or just
Well, yes. That is exactly what's happening.
okay, so like
I explained this last time to clarify.
yes, but
Your brother
Omen's player is
is-
stupid and forgetful.
Yep. Your brother is not controlling your brother's body. It's your ancestor who, well, it's your brother's namesake.
Mhm.
That ancestor was already Tharizdun's champion before he died.
Right. I'm gonna go out on a limb here and say it's for Aetherborn, it's not exactly a good idea, or if it's even possible, to like cut the connection with the thing living in.
Again, I don't know.
Right. Sorry. It's just it sucks being in the dark about all of this and then having
Trust me, I would love to be on the prime material plane and spend so much time researching it. I would, and honestly, I think I would have some of the best chances at doing it, honestly. But, I mean, I'm stuck here. There's only so much you can do when you have this much to manage.
Don't suppose there's anything you could glean from me, huh?
Not unless you want to spend a couple of years here.
Yeah, no, I think I got better things to do, admittedly.
Figured as much.
Though, that raises a question.
Yes.
I've pried into Ilman's mind a few times to try to talk to, well, his passenger.
Yes.
I'm somewhat curious what would happen if you did it.
I already have.
Yeah, I gotta remember that.
I spoke with... well, the Raven Queen. Got in contact with the spirits of your ancestors, and for you, Ilman, I just had to contact your passenger. I gave them the details they needed and the opportunity to speak. It might have not have been a long, in-depth conversation, but I have contacted King Ural the Last before. And I mean, it wasn't exactly that hard. I mean, I knew him
Right.
back in the days of Calamity.
Right. I'm gonna kind of just, I think, slouch a little bit and gonna just gesture to the other guys like, I got nothing y'all else really to ask. I'm kind of at a loss. Sure y'all got questions.
I suppose I do, though it's more of a selfish question than most.
I'm all for selfish questions.
Do you have any way, or have you kept track of my family at all?
On occasion, I don't... There's a lot of individuals to keep track of. And unfortunately, they aren't exactly on the top of my priority list. But from what I have checked in on time to time, they're doing alright.
Okay. I have a feeling, as fate seems to have it in for us, no offense, that I'll be seeing them sooner, not later, if I go back to Sivorn.
Almost definitely, and that Ivar of yours will be contacting you in the weeks to come anyway, so... That much I've seen. That's near inevitable.
You said that you've talked to the Raven Queen and talked to our, well, ancestors and whatnot. What did they have to say?
The Raven Queen or the ancestors?
The ancestors. I mean, if the Raven Queen had something to say, I know that we kind of had a run-in back at
I understand.
But...
I was merely just asking for clarity. From the ancestors... Again, I didn't go into an in-depth discussion. I primarily gave them information and a chance to speak. I figured, well, I mean, from what I had seen, the more I interfered, the worse results. So I let them take the wheel.
So what we saw in our dreams was them, then.
An echo of them. They died
Speaking
long
of-
ago.
Speaking of dreams, we've been getting one in relative unison, it seems like. There's been concern among us because, well, we've been visited by something unknown to us.
His expression, his brow furrows.
This being knows of you and tries to question us of, well, you and your intent, I guess.
It has questioned
Stop.
us on whether or not...
Stop. Say nothing more. You see, he has a very pained expression on his face. You see he's biting his lower lip. He's kind of trying to think. This is not easy to explain, but I need you to say nothing more of whatever those dreams were to me.
I'm gonna take a glare over to Vin and I guess Sanus, since we're the only ones that had those dreams, and just like,
Okay.
alright.
I mean, I pretty much forgot about them the morning after, so...
Well, I guess it's more fresh for us, me and Vin, but
Do not
Well-
dwell on them. Don't.
we won't.
Try to expel it from your mind.
Okay.
I won't try to pry, but I have to ask
Do
one
not
thing,
ask.
then.
Speak nothing further.
Right. One question away from that, then. With all the talks we've been hearing about them in passing, can you tell us about Thar's Dune?
God of the Abyss. Butted heads a little bit back in the day. Back when I was taking care of Lolth. By say butting heads, I mean he kicked my ass a lot. There was... Well, I mean, are you familiar with the Blood War?
No.
The Abyss is... Well, I don't suppose you're familiar with planar theory.
Surprisingly,
We
A
have
little
gotten
bit.
we have gotten a little bit of a crash course with our recent passenger.
Right. Essentially, beneath the Hells is the Abyss, and the border between the two has been a constant feud between the devils and demons. Thar's Dune and the entry and exit of the Divine Gate lies in the Abyss, his home. Thar's Dune typically, when the calamity comes, if the Divine Gate's full, has to first fight out from the Abyss, past Asmodeus, before they can start wreaking havoc on the Prime Material. This doesn't happen often. The Hells are quite fortified, but on occasion, should not every god be released and only few, there's been times Thar's Dune has had free range on making their way to the Prime Material. That's what happened last Calamity, that's why Everstone was under siege. There was no Asmodeus to prevent absolute destruction. At least not in the Hells. It's a complicated subject. In short, they are way down there most of the time. When they're in Divine Gate, they're even further down. Is there anything in specific you wanted to ask?
Nothing immediately comes to mind, just a bit of knowledge is better than nothing. Admittedly, I'm not exactly up to code in my knowledge of the pantheon of Xenum.
Fair enough.
I'm gonna take a wild guess and assume that Zaw's whole goal as the champion of him is to try and let him loose on the Prime Material, eh?
Direct goal is unknown to me. I keep slipping into Ryzen. Hold on. A direct goal is unknown to me. Well, there's many potential goals. There's freeing Thar's Dune. There's gaining enough power themselves as champion to do Thar's Dune's bidding without their presence being needed. And then there's doing what Thar's Dune does best, twisting minds and rallying forces to do Thar's Dune's will without direct intervention. There's many slumbering terrors.
I think after that I'm gonna kind of glance at Sanus and be like, I highly doubt it's related to anything pertaining to Soren. You know, what the hell's going on in Sivon, but I mean, maybe?
I believe that would be unrelated.
No, Soren is just an ass.
Fair enough.
That is certainly
Yeah.
one way to put it.
You don't necessarily need to be the champion of some abyssal god to,
No.
you know,
Not necessarily a champion.
be a self-serving
yeah,
cunt.
but I meant also like influenced by him. Hell if I know. This is all still fucking crazy to me, honestly.
From the time that I was able to observe Soren, I can tell you that there is not much that can influence his mind.
That's
As much as he is a terrible individual, his mind is as sharp as mine.
troubling.
Well, before I ascended.
He's strong. I suppose that's, unfortunately, not surprising.
Everyone has their equal.
Just another tyrant to be put in their place.
He is worse than a tyrant.
I wish I had more to ask, but in truth and honesty, a lot of our questions have been answered simply in our adventure. And there's just too many out there that it feels like it's almost far-fetched to ask.
Well, not that everything has to be doom and gloom. Did you, excluding the less than favorable things that happened, did you enjoy your time in Aventol?
I certainly did.
Vin looks at everyone else.
I mean,
I didn't hate it.
it wasn't
I
bad.
just wish we would have been there on slightly better circumstances in the end of it all.
Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of shit happening in a very short amount of time.
There's not much that you can expect in these times.
That's fair, I suppose.
I mean, if we look at it, it could have went a lot worse.
I mean, that is very true. But, damn. I feel like we need a vacation, but I don't know if we can even afford to take one.
Well,
Our current stance.
I can tell you now. Avar's earliest point that he'll send for you is 3 weeks from now. At least in terms of what is guaranteed. It's the earliest potential point. Latest,
Oh.
month and a half.
Your predictions on that kind of scare me.
You must realize that I literally see the future.
I know. And it's not you outright that's scaring me, it's just what's to come.
The branches that spread from Avar sending that message are too many for me to count. There are many ways the events can go. But you lot are the biggest influence upon those threads. More so than me.
Why am I not surprised?
Well, in lighter news, or perhaps lighter questioning, I'm curious.
Mm-hmm.
Do you have any descendants that are interested in learning blood magic?
Descendants. Are you referring to my side or my sister's side of the family?
Well, your side I'd imagine first, but it could be either.
Well, I mean, Lorelai's a bit preoccupied. There's, I mean, perhaps. There's a few that have potential. Why are you looking for recruits?
Oh, I think you already know the answer to that, but yes.
Yeah, there's only 2 possible branches, and in almost every timeline it's the second one. So, figured as much. I can give them a nudge towards your stronghold, perhaps. a premonition of it.
Much appreciated. It'll be on them to pick up the lead should they want.
Actually, something just came to mind. Well, saying it sweet, were you done? I don't want to butt in.
No, go ahead.
So, I know Aetherborn are a whole, seldom studied sort of weird oddity out there. But were they known, were Aetherborn a known concept before, obviously they're a known concept before I came around. At least somewhat, yeah?
You were one of the first generation.
Well,
you need to understand that what your father told you wasn't untruthful. You, your sister, your brother, and your mother all became Aetherborn at the same time.
Right.
So did everyone else that is Aetherborn.
And that was my follow-up. Do you know if there's any, other Aetherborn out there that are, I don't know, notable? You have your eyes on any of them?
None that are Lightborn.
Really?
Not that I can see directly. There's not many. Aetherborn is not a common phenomena. And those that survive, living with their other, they either live a perfectly normal life, or wind up finding a dagger made from a fragment of a demigod.
Alright, well, fair enough.
Any other questions?
Going off that, I know you said you'd rather be in the prime material, so you could research the whole concept of Aetherborn themselves. I'm not the magical type, really, but I'm madly curious about this now. Would you have, any recommendations of where I could start to, look into this shit?
If I were to look into it, well, I've conferred my notes to Tivian, who's doing their own research. They have took most of it to heart. Setting up, essentially, in Aethergarden, where the source of it is, the source of the Genesis. Source of all Aetherborn. Trying to learn what causes it. Investigating the Aether as a concept, and the like. I'm sorry to say this like this. It is beyond you.
Right. Okay.
It is almost beyond me. It is almost beyond Tivian. We are making very slow progress.
I have my own notes in passing because as new as it's been explained to us, and every single time we've asked it, it's always been so new that it's almost like a prototype of this phenomenon.
Right, well, I got nothing then. Sips tea.
Here's the thought that springs to mind. And again, another far-reaching one, but no question is off the table. Do you know how the Arcanum Genesis began?
Oh, well, I've conversed with Ioun a few times. In terms of its origin. There was a similar event from many years before Ioun's time. Of a surge of magic like this. Although it wasn't centralized exactly where it is now. And, that was a time long ago, amidst a calamity. There's not much that's known outside of the surge. It allowed many to put the calamity to an end. And afterwards, it slowly died off. shortly after, a few hundred years, Ioun came to be. And their infinite intelligence and wisdom, they have dug up those secrets. That's the only other known similar occurrence. Even then, she has theories that it never happened in the first place, and it was just, well, a tall tale. That being said, give it another 20, 30,000 years, perhaps Ioun will see another one, and I mean, you know what they say, 2 is a coincidence, 3 is a pattern.
Is there any way to reach Ioun in this age?
I mean, as we've said with the Genesis, the connection between divine magic and arcane magic is very disproportionate right now. It's far
Right.
easier to be an arcanist and far more difficult to be, well, divine in nature. There are more doors than just this one in the world of Xenom, many of which hidden away.
Really?
He just nods.
And yours, for all respect, was a bit of a shot in the dark.
It's only accessible when 4 Lightborn bearing relics of that power approach it. The Planar Guardian that you fought was incredibly weakened due to you being the correct people at the correct time. To say that no other people on the face of this earth would have been able to enter and survive is an understatement. I have reason to believe that it would be quite similar for others, like Ioun, Bahamut, Pelor, and the like. That being said, they didn't exactly tell anyone where they would be hiding, and they didn't exactly wish to be found. You all found this one because I had a certain amethyst dragon give you a poke in the right direction.
That's mild, but honest.
If I were to be truthful, I have no clue where you would go to find Ioun's doorway. And he just points to the other relic, but you do have the key.
Wow.
Time to check out some random caves and see if we get lucky.
Ironic in all that, though. You've given me a project, Zazel. I think I know what I'm going to try to do next.
It's a worthy effort.
The greatest question is where to start. I'm sure I'll figure it out.
Ioun is one of the most crafty and intelligent people to have ever existed in the history of Xenom. They have the cunning to evade the likes of Vecna for the entirety of their existence. I would be hard-pressed to give you a single spot that would make the slightest bit of sense to start.
That's okay. All a part of the journey, right?
True, but I mean, what I'm referring to is like, oh yes, you're going to go into the abyss, you're going to go to this specific level of the abyss, you're going to walk into this rock, bump your head against it, turn around, stab yourself in the gut, and oh, would you look at that, the door showed up. It could be literally that complex.
Zazel, please. You make me laugh when you become as casual as you are with that explanation, but you're right. I get it. It's just getting the perspective from someone else would never be unwarranted, and if opportunity comes knocking, I want to take it up.
Understandably so. Just know that not all gods would be too keen on, well, getting a visit unprompted.
Fair.
And I mean, you knew about my tower. That made it a bit easier for you to insert the key. I'm just giving you fair warning that I don't want you to stumble into Tharizdun's home.
Yeah, I'm gonna put the longest rain check known to Xenom on that one.
Yeah, it would not be pleasant.
No, thanks.
That being said, I do advise you continue.
Noted. I'll see what I can do. But that's it for my questions. I don't know about you two. Points to Sanderson and Amble.
I'm just enjoying this tea.
I have plenty of questions, but none that need to be answered right now.
Well, then I think it's time we finally truthfully enjoy that tea. I think Imp's already got a big head start on us.
Oh,
That
I'm already
sounds
right there
wonderful.
with him.
My personal...
What'd you say?
Oh, God.
No, what did you say initially, Tao?
Oh, that sounds wonderful.
Excellent.
My personal favorite's peppermint. I'm not sure exactly what you all prefer, but...
Oh, that sounds so fucking good.
Funnily enough, peppermint.
You know, it's funny. For me, it's because I have innate resistance to heat, so when I drink tea, a pot, you know, even when hot, it doesn't feel like much. The mint has, you know, the cooling effect.
You know what, Zazel? Any description is a decent description. Any reason to just drink tea right now is a good enough reason for me.
Fair. He
And
does
we
big sip.
We enjoy some goddamn tea.
You do. It's great.
Fantastic.
Tea time with the god. Fun times.
Now I'm a B100 as I tend to be. Anybody else got anything?
Nope.
I'm
Nope.
feeding,
Nope.
I'm feeding
Again, I could
imaginary
ask
birds.
I could ask questions forever, but none of that need to be answered right now. We have other tea times we can have with Zazel.
Fair.
Well, it has been a pleasure seeing you all again.
Likewise.
Likewise.
Real quick, something just came to mind at the last second. I'm gonna fish out the cadence again. I know you said you didn't have much of an idea on how to approach this. Last time I talked to you about it, I tried putting it on, not for sake of using it, but just
I saw.
yeah, and it didn't like me in the slightest.
It was surprised.
Yeah, I'm not exactly sure how to go about, warming up a ring to being put on. That's a weird statement to say.
I don't think it wants to be put on. Unless absolutely necessary.
I hadn't considered that. I'll keep it in mind.
Didn't we tell you to, ask it?
Well, it's not exactly easy to ask it.
Exactly, it's a fucking ring. But
But
although
if the situation is dire and not casual, look, think of it like this. It didn't know whether or not you wanted to use it. And you tried when you weren't in danger beside a campsite. It didn't know if you were trying to use what power it can provide in a reckless way.
right.
If you are in dire circumstance, and you were to put it on, I would say there'd be a far better chance of actually having it work in your favor.
I'll keep that in mind. I hadn't considered that.
though a while back after the events of that, you asked me if I might be able to potentially use my magic.
Yeah, I was
I
listening on
agree.
that conversation. That isn't going to work. No. It's different than what's going on with Imp's passenger. They share the same mind. That ring has no mind. It is a soul bound to metal. Its mind is elsewhere.
I wonder where.
The Aether?
Always fucking comes back to the Aether.
It was forged from it.
Yep.
Zazel,
Yes.
you know how to make a communion with, well, the Aether.
In what sense?
As far-fetched as it is, reaching into it.
Well, given I'm kind of the god of it, yes. It's how I forge dreams.
Well, then... What's to say with you and I, we couldn't try to search for that soul's mind?
At that point, it becomes a problem of Aether within my realm, and the Aether that is scattered, piercing through the woods where it was forged. My reach only goes so far.
It's gonna take a look at you, Imp, and be like, maybe we need to give the woods a visit?
I mean, maybe. Hell if I know.
Well, I was planning on going anyway, so...
Is there any way to determine what kind of soul is bound to this thing at least, or is that something else that's just a big question mark?
He cocks his head to the side and just holds his hand out.
Sure. Pass it to him.
He holds it, and it just levitates in his hand as both of his eyes flare with pink light as he casts Legend Lore.
Ooh.
And he just looks at it for a short while. A humanoid.
Right.
Not much more than that. It's... He hands it back again. There's only so much that my sight can gather. The Lightborn carry sparks that I can follow. Something has been, as I've said, veiling my sight. Whatever the creature is, whatever the soul is not Lightborn. I cannot delve further.
Alright. Well, thank you for trying. Appreciate it.
At the very least, you know it's not some kind of eldritch abomination.
Honestly, at this point, I wouldn't be surprised if it was.
Well, you can rest easy knowing that it isn't. It is a humanoid.
At least somewhat reassuring, I think.
Probably.
Well, if y'all don't got anything else, I'm ready to head out. Aramis, you good?
You've been quiet pretty much this whole time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay. You sure?
He just nods. We have a lot to talk about. And, it's not exactly easy being in his situation.
Should we leave him here in your care then?
I'll send him back when he is ready.
Alright.
Okay.
Then I think we'll leave you to it.
He just nods. You all ready to go home?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Best of luck to you all. As, just like that, you blink and you're standing outside the door.
Well, I guess if there's anywhere in fucking all of existence that's safe, it's probably with the Fate Weaver.
Yep. I think that's probably the safest that is currently possible.
He seemed awfully upset when I brought up the dreams, though.
Yeah.
Doesn't sit well with me. And not against him, but I feel like we're still, no matter where we go, always in danger.
He mentioned that, like, you know, not to talk about it in his presence. I'm wondering if, like, I mean, that's gotta be some scary fucking shit if just talking about the subject matter can make a fucking god, like, wig out that much. And
Hard to say.
sadly, I think our, kind of are unable to, we were unable to ask Zazel himself, and, well, our one, scholar on, information about the Fate Weaver is currently in there with him. I don't think we could ask, Aramis if Zazel had any, like, enemies or of particular note or anything like that.
I guess we'll wait for him to come back. Admittedly, Aramis looked pretty shooken up.
I mean,
you just kind of meet a god casually.
not even a god,
you know?
your god, like the thing you've been fucking worshipping, like,
Presumably your life.
we're a bit jaded to this, or not, maybe not even jaded, but desensitized to it by now. Like, people just don't just meet their fucking gods. Like, this guy just... Yeah, no, imagine, like, ascribing a big portion of your life to the teachings and, followings of one thing, and then you just suddenly walk into his house, like, hey, what's up, let's have some tea. That's...
I mean, was that not pretty much the same way we were when we first got there?
Yeah.
I literally walked into my dream.
Yeah, but we didn't fucking worship the guy.
No,
Yeah.
I know. I know.
You had a dream for how long? As opposed to Aramis for how long?
For who knows how long?
Honestly, I get where you're all coming from, but at that point in time, it's not even quantifiable. All of this is insane
Tell me
for the average person.
Tell me about it.
Oh yeah.
In case it isn't obvious, we're not the average fucking people.
Oh no.
Shall we, like, let's focus on that stronghold or whatever. That sounds comparatively mundane, and I could use a bit of mundanity right now.
Yeah, you know what, Imp? You are so much more fucking right than you have ever been in our entire time traveling. I am ready for a bit of mundanity.
Thank you and fuck you, I guess.
I feel as though that's an insult.
I mean it nice.
Fuck you very much,
Come
I guess.
on.
Alright.
Yeah, fuck you too. Let's go to the ship, and you know what? I think another break is deserved.
Well, I do have to go to the Aether Garden for at least a little bit.
You know what? I have some business to take care of there myself, so... Next stop, I guess?
Sure, why not?
I pull up Sanus's hand. Hey, Mias.
She's not there. Oh, the ring.
Yeah?
We're gonna take a quick stop in the Aether Garden. We just got done with our business. We'll be back. Well, actually, you might want to fly the ship over to Aether Garden.
What?
Or back to Everstone.
Or
What?
somewhere.
What
Are we teleporting? We can just fly. We can
We
go on
have
the
an
ship.
airship.
I'm very confused, Vin.
I kind of don't want to take the Evership to Aether Garden.
Why?
But why? It's
Low
a day's
profiles
flight.
are cool.
Oh my
We've been
goodness.
flying it all over the Wildwoods, like, this whole time.
Do you forget that the person I'm worried about the most still exists in the Aether Garden?
I'm so
I'm pretty sure they
confused.
know about us by now.
They can scry on us. I'm
That
pretty
too,
sure.
actually.
I am so tired of everyone spying on my life. Never mind, Mias. We'll be at the ship in a moment.
Well, fucking right.
Did
Y'all are so to the point sometimes.
weren't we told that like if she was gonna fuck with us, that she was gonna fuck with the Genesis project and everyone?
Yeah.
To Aether Garden.
You all make your way north and land A day later, you have a day of downtime if you want to do anything.
I wanna pull Vin to the war room.
All right.
Cool.
You'll land in one day in the courtyard of the Genesis project in the middle of the Five Spires.
So I
Yeah.
pull Vin to the war room during that time, and I'm just like, Vin, I'm not too sure how I felt about that whole telling Zazel about our dreams thing and his reaction. I don't know about you, but I didn't like that. Something didn't seem right.
Oh no, what gave it away?
I mean, literally, like, I don't know.
The fact that his reaction was the most adverse I've ever seen Zazel be?
Yeah. I mean, granted, we've only talked to him twice now. Or twice. Yeah. But still.
I mean, what do you want to do about it, Amble?
Learn more about it, I guess. It seems a little odd that we keep getting these calls out to these more powerful beings on this or that, and we don't know anything about it.
Do you trust Zazel, Amble?
Like I told that fuck in my dream, he hasn't done anything to us, so I have no reason to not trust him. He's brought it this far, at least. Or so he says. I do trust him.
And I want to say I do too. But there's a part of me that doesn't. And it's nothing malicious or anything against him, it's just... You should never fully give your entirety to someone else's life. And the fact that he's basically done nothing but push ours in a direction is, well, strange. I understand why he's done it. He wants to see us succeed. I can't possibly fault him for that.
I mean,
There's just sometimes I wish that the answers we got weren't such... I hate to say it like this, but it feels like a lot of the answers we receive just lead to a runaround. And I know that's not his intention. He tells us everything he possibly can. So, at the end of it, no, I don't really have a reason to distrust him, but there's that part of me that is always left wondering, what if? What if I would have pressured him? What would have happened if I would have pushed?
I mean, you're in his plane there at that point. I can only assume that being pretty bad. But also, too, if he didn't push us, I would have been dead. You would have been dead. Like, we wouldn't be here.
Exactly. He's been nothing but our ally, so at the end of it all, I don't distrust Zazel. And I think we keep our trust in him as we always have. And we just continue doing what we need to do.
Yeah. But if you get another call in from whoever that was in that dream, let us know, alright?
You as well.
Well, of course.
And whatever you do, Amble, don't give in.
Come on now, I never give up.
That's what I like to hear. We make for Aethergarden.
You all land in Aethergarden. Anything else y'all are doing in that time? Nope. Alright. You land in the courtyard of Aethergarden, a very familiar sight at this point. And as you all begin to get off the ship, you see the familiar visage of Tivian waiting at the center of the courtyard, at the pavilion that you are all familiar with.
Well, you're a welcome sight to
Wonderful.
see.
I mean, I was expecting you after the messages I've received.
Oh, well, true, but it's good to see you
I
again.
have sent quite a bit.
That you have. I appreciate you staying in touch.
I figure a steady line of communication is
Important.
wise.
Yes. You had a favor to ask of me?
I do. I have a bit of, a curiosity, if you'll indulge me.
Of course.
Player consideration. I'm wondering if I would take him away a little bit. Probably not. Dennis does not care that much. But more, he pulls out Requiem and shows to Tivian first and says, well, I've played around a little bit with the ancient dragon blood collected from Sinred. And I was able to do this.
Curious.
However, there was some excess energy, perhaps? It feels as though I have some potential that I don't quite know what to do with. I don't quite want to go and let that energy just fall to the wayside, nor do I want it to follow the same path that Sinred follows. I was wondering if you had perhaps a different option available.
He reaches into his coat and pulls out a dagger. I may not have developed Theon's craft, but I know a bit of it. May I?
Certainly.
Grabs onto your hand and just cuts. And just rubs your blood on their fingers. And as they do, it just begins to glow and almost crystallize in their hands before slowly shattering into shards and just swirling around their fingertips. Lingering energy is a good way to put it. Left unchecked, this could be dangerous.
I expect as much. Though, not surprising given the...
Source.
Well, exactly.
I can purify it, but it would be painful.
Given I've been this Sinred's chew toy, I think pain is something I can deal with.
Well, then allow me. Places his hand, touching two fingers to your forehead. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh, buddy.
Oh, buddy.
Uh-oh.
You got your luck, don't worry.
Con save, 15, and we could do luck. 16.
All right. Still fails. You take a total of 70 necrotic damage
Yeah, okay.
as you feel this surge of just flame almost, radiant almost, through your veins. And it hurts. A lot.
I would think so.
More than being Sinrid's chew toy.
Well, I took over half of my health
Yeah.
in one go.
And as that happens, I need Tivian to make a saving throw. What is your DC for the Gift of the Gemstone Dragon?
DC for Gift of Gemstone Dragon is 8 plus proficiency plus int. So, int 3, 7, 15.
Alright. He passes, so I believe they still take damage.
On successful, half as much damage, 2d8 force.
You can go ahead and roll. So they take 6 damage, and you see their footing is off put and they slide back about half an inch as there is an explosion of just energy from his fingertips out. Almost instinctively reacting and using that lingering energy. And you can now gain the other half of your feet.
Oh.
And I'll post it for everyone else.
For the sake of it, I'll read it out. You've manifested some of the power of gem dragons, granting you the following benefits. Get an ability score increase to Int, Wisdom, or Charisma. He chose Int. And gains telekinetic reprisal. When you take damage from a creature that is within 10 feet of you, you can use your reaction to emanate telekinetic energy. Creature must make a strength save. On a failed save, they take 2d8 force damage and are pushed 10 feet away from you. On a successful save, they take half as much damage and aren't pushed. They use it a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus. Get them all back on a long rest.
Well, damn.
Oh, shit.
And
This
we
is what
saw
he
this?
took. Yeah, you all saw that happen, essentially. This is what he took at the Peaks of Ao and just hasn't used it yet.
Ah.
Well, shit. So, what does it look like
Yeah.
to us? Like, we see Tivian gets, like, pushed back ever so slightly, but do we see, like, just Xanos get bathed in fucking, like, radiant fire?
You don't see anything.
Oh, okay.
Oh, okay.
It felt like radiant flame coursing through his veins. It wasn't that, though. That being said, he kind of staggers back and looks back towards you. Well, that was violent.
Xanis is probably down on one knee, sort of catching his breath for a couple of moments before standing back up. Oh, I'll say as much. That was... I'd prefer being the chew toy.
I would have to agree that that is probably less painful.
Yeah, I think it was.
Although your retort was curious.
Interesting. Curious how.
Well, that is something that typically me or my siblings would do, if struck. When we were younger, that is. We no longer have use for it, truly.
Well,
You've
I think that's probably worked then.
seemingly so. You've joined Seraph in the ranks of being part draconic.
What? Hold on!
Okay.
What?
If only in a minor sense. He's not going to grow wings. That would be preposterous.
You say that, but knowing Xanos, he's gonna... You put the idea in his head now.
No, I can just make a potion to fly.
Tivian gestures towards Sanus. The draconic blood in his body will not sprout wings. If Sanus decides to sprout wings, that's his deal.
Fair enough.
That's a point.
I can't believe this motherfucker's gonna be more of a dragon than I am.
Well, that's just not true.
It's okay, Amble. I'm a dragon where it counts.
Ouch.
I don't know where that
Spleen.
is. I don't know where that is, but,
In your
Must
esophagus.
resist
your
urge to
fucking
make
ass here in a
joke.
minute.
The ball's in your court.
either way. Thank you.
Of course. I mean,
I'm,
it was not going to do you any good to have it just linger.
no, of course not. Now it has a good use.
Exactly. Nice to see you all in one piece after the events of Aventor.
Somehow.
And you as well.
Nice to be in one piece.
As much as you might not feel it right now.
Hmm.
So did you decide on a place for your stronghold?
yeah, we managed to find a place south of the Aether Garden and kind of to the southeast of New Haven.
That's a nice spot. Well, don't
Yes,
let me
I think
keep
so,
you.
too.
I, too, am busy.
Of course, if anything happens, well, you know me.
I will let you know, and I'm sure you will let me know.
Exactly.
Gives you a nod. Good day to you all. Turns and vanishes.
Well, shit.
That Tivian is something else.
A scholar and a gentleman. I'm not saying that because I have a cool power.
When the fuck did you drink fucking dragon blood? God damn it!
I didn't drink it.
I don't know.
I didn't drink it.
I'm looking at you.
I infused my sword with it. Did you think all that energy just... I mean, a lot of it went into the sword. But a lot of it just
Dude,
kind
I
of
was
circled
there.
about.
Writing my notes, secretly gonna steal dragon blood to drink.
Please do not... Please do not drink the dragon blood.
God,
I do not know what
such
it'll
a
do.
bad idea.
I do not know what it'll do, even purified. That seems awful.
I hope you're ready for Constitution saves out the ass. Imp,
Yeah, what?
didn't you have somewhere you needed to go?
A few places, actually, yeah.
The ghost.
Starting with the ghosts, yeah.
The ghost.
Well then, what is it, like 7 in the evening?
You note
Yeah, I'm pretty sure.
the indefinite transient. Is that what I call
No,
it? I think
ephemeral
that's what I call it.
The
That's it. That's the Matt Colvin
Yeah.
version. The ephemeral indefinite never closes.
Ghosts don't need to
Oh,
sleep.
right.
They're ghosts.
I feel like I would have. Vin would have the knowledge.
Yes.
She would have the knowledge.
Yep. Vin would have the knowledge.
Cool. Let's go kick it with some ghosts.
Alright.
You all know the route. It's pretty close by, the magic circle, so a short walk and you make your way to the ephemeral indefinite. Entering in, you hear the little chime, and you see the two of the ghosts just chatting at the front desk. It's Mitchell and Drake. Oh, hey guys, how's
Mitchell!
it going, man?
I've come to disturb the peace.
I mean, I expect nothing less.
Hi, Drake.
Hey, man, how's it going?
Where are the other two?
I'm back. He leans their head through the wall. Hey, Vin's here. they just lean out. Hey, Vin. Hey, Vin.
Hey, what's up?
Not much. And you see Joseph and Christos.
You know, I'll always be forever baffled and fascinated at how ghosts, like, you got not only land but a shop just right here. I'm.
Yeah, it's pretty funny.
It's pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie.
You should be weirded out by the fact that some of my best friends are
It's you,
ghosts.
Vin. I'm the furthest
No,
thing
no,
from
that
fucking
makes sense.
surprise.
Yeah, no, nothing that tracks. Yeah,
Oh, that's not.
That's
fair.
absolutely
it's completely
No,
fair.
it totally is fair.
It's completely fair.
I'm being bullied.
You
Yes,
are.
you are. Pat, pat.
The two ghosts lean back into the wall, and Drake and Mitchell just turn. So, what can we do for you?
Help this funky boy out. I'm gonna browse your wares.
All right. Yeah.
Yeah, presuming, are y'all familiar with Ronan over in Everstone?
Yeah. Old guy.
Yeah, he, I asked him about some, magical tailoring work, and he said he could do it, but he probably wouldn't be the best. He pointed me in y'all's direction.
Ah, I'm honored.
And, yeah, no, so I got this. I'm gonna pull out, like, a folded up Cape of the Mount back. Obviously I got a cloak on already.
Yeah, you got that displacement thing going.
Yeah.
I see. You want me to make this into like let me guess, a scarf.
Close, sash. Yeah, but what is a sash but a
Okay,
scarf for the
close
hips?
enough,
So,
close
you know, yeah.
Yeah, I mean that I love that logic. I could do that.
That's simple. Alright, shit.
I could do it. I mean, we have 4 of us. We could do it overnight. 300 gold.
Sold.
All right.
Wow. I had a request as well.
Yeah.
Oh, hi, Sanders.
What you got?
The same thing brought me here.
Truly.
Ronan again.
Ah.
The pocket apothecary that I carry. That rhymed a little. It currently only manages potions up to 5th level, and I'd like to expand that a little bit.
You're looking for a bit of an upgrade. We could look into that. Let me take a look at this piece you got here.
Certainly. Here you go. And hands it off. It currently has Shadow of Moil and copy of Shadow of Moil in it.
All right. Kind of look through. There's 2 different ways we can go about improving this device for you. We can make it produce an extra one, or we can make it go higher level.
I think higher level would be of more use to me.
Fair enough. For that, this is a very fine bag. That'd be a bit more expensive.
Certainly.
1,500, we could probably do that for you.
1,500. And out of curiosity, any potions that you'd like to trade for this time around? Or just gold?
Yeah, unfortunately it'd just be gold this time. Our potion sales have not been doing too hot.
That's fine. So let's see, 1,500. I think I might have just the amount. Because I have to convert platinum into gold. Because it's late and my math skills are terrible.
Fair.
I have 1410 right now. So,
You could pull 90 from the group supply.
I was gonna ask, would anyone be upset if I pulled some money from the group supply?
Nope, go for it. I was about to say I was going to offer some, but I only got 77.
Okay. So, I pull 90 from the group, and I'll go ahead and mark that off.
Alright. Come back tomorrow. We should have both of them done. If you come back by noon, we don't sleep. We can just work on it constantly.
Okay.
Alright, sounds good. See you tomorrow. Yeah, we should get started on this if we want it done by then, yeah. Not to kick you out of the shop or anything, but, big projects.
Of course.
We get
Fair
you.
enough.
We'll be back.
Alrighty. You all
And we leave.
leave the shop. Do you just head out for the airship to rest for the night?
Yeah, probably.
I think Sanus would, yeah.
Alright,
He got his shit kicked in, so
fair. You all bed down. Enjoy the benefits of a long rest, surrounded by the safety of the 5 spires, and this is where we will leave off for tonight.
All right.
all right.
Alright. Good shit, y'all. We'll catch you next time for more Interlude.
How much more can we go?
It's a good question. We didn't even get to the stronghold yet.
Oh, God.
Yep.
Forever, baby.
Oh yeah, baby, let's go. Alright.
Let's go.
Until next time.
Run.